Aries, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-November 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you beautiful people out there. So let's get it going immediately. We're going to get right down to business and start you off with an oracle card, just so we could test out the energy and see what's going on for the lovely Aries collective in mid-November. My guides, talk to me. I hope you're all doing fabulous, my friends. Let's see what's going on here. And yeah, we're just going to look at this first card real quick, then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you could lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going. What's going on for Aries, please? Enough of the yapping. And yeah, now the deck is being specific. Hey, there we go. Hey, we have our good friend, Mr. Bookhead. He is absolutely one of my favorite cards in this whole entire deck. Very page-like energy. So a lot of you could be being very studious or astute, something attached to knowledge. Now, before we really jump in on that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the November subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But into the reading we go, enough of the promo. Have a little look here at our friend. So I always point out the fact that there's books stacked up all around him. There's books in his arms. He has books for a necklace, book for a damn hat. So this is very much knowledge-based. Now, it does have little undertones of communication and talking, sure. So maybe some of you are having a lot of rapid communication or are hoping for that. But like I said, very Page of Pentacles-like energy here. A lot of you could be going into a new cycle, learning a new skill, looking for a new job, new, when we have this page energy. And usually when he shows up, I'm not surprised to see pages in the main part of the spread. So we'll see if that happens. We're just going to put our little bookhead friend right over there to watch as we shuffle up these tarot cards. I'm going to get you 3 in the upright before we get the intuitive, juicy stuff. So let's get it going here. What we got for Aries this week, my guides? So, last week's reading, it was titled A Massive Change. Now, I always try to keep the titles very simple, straightforward, but it's been up and down in like the past month where we've had a really positive reading. Then we have one that has some possible challenges. So hopefully nothing's been too rough for you. But last week's, it was a huge thirst or wanting for a change or a shift. There might be something that is either moving on and out. We'll just see how it shows up in this week's reading. Let's get 3. Because as you know, energy is very fluid. It never stays stagnant. So only take this how it hits for you, my friends. Okay, because we could be seeing other people. And our first card is out. We have the Sun card. Wow. So illuminated here. This is the best card in the tarot deck to start us off. So we're starting with a bang, right? I don't want to jinx us yet. But the Sun, if it's not all that good positivity, it could be some sort of illumination. Okay, we have the Knight of Cups here. So we're starting off with 2 pretty decent cards, okay? Now, we're very early on in this reading, Aries, but I'm liking it. It's feeling good so far. Let's get one more. What do we got for Aries? Thank you. All right, so we have double. And yeah, there's that change I was seeing and possibly thinking about. So we have the 8 of Swords here on the back end. This could be a possible challenge, but we'll get through it, my friends. And you have a bonus this week, which is the Death card. So let's breeze through these real quick. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes before we get the juicy intuitive messages. Position number 1, like I was talking about, the Sun card. Now, for some of you, if you're connected with a Leo or have Leo placements, it could be showing up right here. The most positive card in the deck, in my opinion, and a lot of other readers will agree, right? This is that light, life, and love that shines down on us from source. This is beautiful, energetic vibes here. Now, aside from good things like wins, victories, overcoming things, the Sun, yeah, there are little attachments to fertility as well, so we could be speaking about abundance. But when I see the Sun, I think of revelation. I think of light being shown on something. So if there's something you don't quite see just yet, the Sun reveals things. So I really want to clarify this. If that's not a person in your life, it's a good vibe. Now, moving over, we have yet again another pretty good vibe. We have the Knight of Cups himself. Now, for some of you, this could just represent a water sign in your life. Once again, maybe you have water sign placements. This is a big card that links to romance. Now, if you watch my readings, you know this isn't just romance alone, but we could be seeing some romantic vibes here with this Knight of Cups. If it's not a person, yes, all knights are messengers as well, but they do speak about progress. If this is a person, it's like a silky smooth talker. This is creativity. It's artistic. It's a lovely, lovely energy. And like I said, it could just be a little signal about love, a signal about romance, whether you loving someone, somebody loving you. There's a lot of detail we can pull from the Knight of Cups. It's a soft energy. It's a nice energy. Okay, now moving to the very back end, this is where we might have a challenge or a test. We have the Eight of Swords. Now, swords in tarot do represent the realm of thought, the realm of the mind. This one in specific, it could be various things. I do say all cards are on a spectrum. So in the minor sense, this could be little anxieties, nervousness, somebody being a little bit on edge. The rougher side of this could be somebody feeling trapped. Okay, so whether it's trapped in the mind, thoughts going, just know like you could have some racing thoughts in this time with the Eight of Swords. The positive of this card is that it's a fleeting energy. It moves on quick. You see this woman, she's holding that sword. She will free herself eventually. But like I said, it's a very ramped up, anxious, mind-running type of energy. So we want to clarify it for sure. Now, for some of you, it could even be feelings of cabin fever, needing to get out a little bit or switch something up. It's a trapped type of feeling sometimes as well, similar to the Seven of Wands in that case. Now, moving over to your bonus real quick, this is another little footnote of the spread. We have the Death card, the card that represents Scorpio. So at the time of this filming, we're on the back end of Scorpio season, and this is about transformation and change. The big theme of last week's reading is showing up here in the bonus. It could also be karmic things as well, things rising from the ashes. I do like the Death card. It's nothing to be afraid about. It doesn't speak about literal death. It's more of just transformation, like I said. So with all that being said, Aries, let's dive deeper on it. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, so we're going to get a good shuffle here for you, my friends. Let's see what more detail we can pull. My guides, talk to me. What do we got for Aries, please? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, all readings are about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's start in on that Sun. And if you know how to read tarot yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Aries, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind. All right, Sun time. Why is it here? Why is the Sun here? Thank you. Okay, yeah, we have the Three of Cups showing up here in reverse. Very interesting. So if some of you have been feeling a little pessimistic, like that could have been happening in recent weeks where something just doesn't feel right, something's not feeling too good. I'm catching a big shift in change in outlook here. Okay, so a lot of you, if there's something that's been wrong, something that's been testing you, you might see a blessing in disguise in regards to that, or it's just that shifting into positivity. If a lot of you have been going through a time of struggle, stress, duress, which we're seeing on the back end of this is saying that like your whole views about something are going to shift drastically more towards the positive. For a lot of you, this could be some sort of big win coming in. Now, the Three of Cups in reverse, yes, I could speak about somebody that feels like they've had a loss of some kind. But in this deck, you see how it's dark and the sun is bright. I'm just getting that energetic shift to the positive. So there could be various different wins, victories, or triumphs here. And I want to see if it plays out through the rest of the reading. But if you've been a little down in the dumps, this is saying that now's a time where the clouds will part, the sun will come out, and things will feel much better. I like this. It's a change for the better, especially in outlook. So we're going to keep it moving here. And it could just be signaling some sort of win or something you may have thought was a loss or a total loss. Like you could come back and claim some victory from it, which feels good. Okay, you just apply it to your story, but this bodes well. It's an energy that I would claim and that I do claim because I'm an Aries. So let's go in on that Knight of Cups. Why is the Knight of Cups here? We're going to keep it moving. I really want to get over to that Eight of Swords and see what that's about. Okay. Yeah, we have the Three of Pentacles. This is a beautiful energy here, my friends, under the Knight of Cups. A lot of you, if you've been looking for new work, stability inside of a job, a lot of you could have a big focus on the work, the money, the Pentacles, tasks. Okay, so I am picking up a little bit of diligence here. If you've been looking for assistance, if you've been looking for help, this is, once again, another good sign. So I'm getting change for the better in a lot of this. So if you've been looking for new work or a better work situation, for a lot of you, it is possible here with the Three of Pentacles. But this is the big card of teamwork makes the dream work, right? Needing help, needing assistance. A lot of you could be receiving a hand. And once again, like I said, I'm feeling energy shifting from a rougher time into the positive, whether it's with the help of others or not. Beautiful energies that should be claimed for sure. Now, I still want to get over to the Eight of Swords because it could be a little thorn in the side, but I would expect various improvements, various wins, various victories across the board for a lot of Aries. It seems like the energy is shifting in a good way. And like I said, in recent weeks, it's been a lot of up and down, a lot of up and down. So you could be expecting big wins here. Let me get that Knight there. Okay. Sometimes these cards have a mind of their own, and I just need to mention this as well. There's 2 3s here, so there is something attached to community or others. It's not just like a 2-person show, it's multiple people, so there could be a lot of others assisting you in different ways. Let's go in on that Eight of Swords. Some energies that we're picking up could be from those around you, so just know that. And repeating 3s, that's a powerful number. It's a beautiful number. So let's see what's up with that Eight of Swords. Then we'll do a quick recap before we get the shadow card. Super quick. Yeah, Ace of Wands in the upright underneath this Eight of Swords. And the vibe it's making me feel is like just when you thought all hope is lost, just when you thought something was unsalvageable, it's kind of picking up with what we have in the beginning here. So that, once again, that big shift towards positivity, towards optimism. I haven't felt an energy like this in quite a while for any zodiac sign. But all aces are opportunities. I always say this is fire, this is passionate. Now, for some of you, I will say this, this could be somebody who just cannot get a hold of their own thought process. They can't get a hold of their own mind. Because when we mix the fire and the air, it's combustible, it's explosive. But we could be seeing an explosive victory, an explosive win. So that's good with all the energies we have combined. But try to stay away from overthinking. Try to stay in the realm of action. Let's go through and do a quick recap before we get the shadow card, because we have a lot of good energetic goodness here, Aries. Pardon me. If you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we have the most positive card in the deck, the Sun with the Three of Cups in reverse. Like I said, some people could construe this as a possible rough energy, but I see that as a shift, a change. The clouds parting, things improving, things getting better. And that with the work and possible community with the repeating 3s, a lot of you could be seeing wins and victories in different places, different spots of your life, which is good. Something that seemed like a loss really isn't. Right here in the center, we have the Knight of Cups with the Three of Pentacles, all right? Now, this one to me, once again, in realms of money, in realms of work, whether it's new jobs or your current position, you could be experiencing a much smoother time in the coming days and weeks. I could say for some of you, this could be a romantic attachment in a work scenario. Obviously, that's not every Aries, but this feels good. Improvements across the board, wins and victories. Getting to the back end, we have the Eight of Swords with the Ace of Wands. That combustible fire and air thing going on here. So somebody's mind could be getting the best of them. They could be overthinking. They can't control their thoughts. However, I do feel like this explosive vibe could be feeding into the energy, the shifting, the changing. It all feels good to me. So something that may have seemed lost, there's something better coming in behind it. So these are energies to claim. Please take a screenshot. I'm going to get you one shadow card here just to tie this reading up in a nice, neat little bow. Aries, that felt good. Okay, and it kind of broke our recent streak of going from positive to rough, because last week's was neutral. What do we got? What's in the shadows for Aries? Good energies here, my friends. Very luscious indeed. But yeah, we're going to take a look in the shadows real quick, whether it's something you don't quite see right now, a part of your shadow side. It's always introspective and nice, okay? But just like the rest of the reading, only take it how it hits. You know that. Okay, so we have the Four of Wands, a very celebratory type of energy showing up in the shadows. This is stability. When I see the Four of Wands in the shadows, there can be shadows and darkness, and I don't mean that in a super pessimistic way, attached to a living situation or certain family members. So in this time, you're really going to want to try to not butt heads with family. However, this is a very stable, planted type of card, so that thirst for change, that lust for change, could be dominant in this time when I see the Four of Wands in the shadows. Like somebody who's so motivated to make something go their way, are so motivated to have that winner victory that the slowness of something might be eating them alive. So just beware in this time. Keep in mind, slow and steady wins the race, okay? And if it's not that, like I said, some of you, it could just be a living situation or a family member in the shadows. So do with that what you will, my friends. Aries, don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details, the November subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the October subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced the day after Halloween, November 1st. But for November, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Vice Versa Tarot once again. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments, what are you most grateful for? 'Tis the season, am I right, my friends? That's all you need to do to enter. And at the end of November, I'll announce the winners in my community tab. My friends, as always, much love, and I'll see you next time.